Okay, good evening, students. Sorry it took a while to make this video. This is going over homework number 12. All right, let's get started. Now, in homework number 12, we're talking about the area of shapes. Now, let's look at this rectangle. If you look at your formula chart, which is located in the back of your paper, you'll see that the formula for area of a rectangle on your formula chart, it states A is equal to BH. All right, so this formula could be used for both number 1 and number 2, which you're going to do in a little bit. So for number 1, which I'll do for you, I simply look at my base, which right now currently is 11, right? So my base is 11. My height is 9.6. And that's it. Now, since you do not have your calculators with you, you can leave your answer in this format, and that is your answer. Okay, that's all I need. You don't have to actually tell me what 11 times 9.6 is, only because I understand you don't have your yellow calculators with you, and I'm going to take it a little bit easy on y'all. And not to mention, that's the easy part anyways. Setting up is the hard part. Right? Now look at this shape. This shape's a square, and it's supposed to be a square, right? A square still follows the same exact formula as a rectangle. Area is equal to base times height. So that also could be used on number 4. Number 4 is also a square. So it's also base times height. So I'm going to say here base times height. I get 3.6 times 3.6. And there is my answer. You type that in the calculator and you'll have your answer. Okay? Let's go ahead and go on to number 5 here, which is not a rectangle or square, and totally uses a different formula. The formula used here on your formula chart says not base times height, but 1/2 base times height. Remember that for triangles. Triangles are 1/2 base times height. This is pretty simple, as all I got to do is look and see the base is 12, the height is 6.6. So I say simply 1/2 times 12 times 6.6. All right, I'm just gonna, say that's my area, box that, and I'll leave it alone, okay? Calculator could do that easily. I know y'all could do that easily with the calculator, so that's okay. The hardest part is setting it up, knowing where to put the numbers and practicing setting that up, okay? So we'll write those down. So for number 2, number 4, number 6, here's good examples that you could do with them, okay? Let's move on. Now this shape is a little bit tougher. This shape is what's called a parallelogram. The reason why it's called a parallelogram is because this side is parallel to this side, and this side right here is parallel to this side. Okay? Thus it's called a parallelogram. All right? It follows this formula. On your formula chart it says rectangles or parallelograms. I'll write area is equal to base times height. So what's my base? Well, if you actually look at it like this, let me grab it and turn your paper a little bit. I can't turn my paper like you right now, so I'm just going to have to do this. Okay. And I'm just going to turn it. There you go. Now it's on its base. All right. So now it's on its base, right? Where this right here is your base. And the other thing is your height. See that? So this is our base. That's how tall it is. This is its ground. This is how tall it is. So its base is 50, no, just 5. Okay, 5. And its height is just 3. Wow, it's that simple. Oh gosh, I think we could do this one in our head, okay? So I'm just going to do this one and write 15. You're good. Too easy to not do. Okay. Look at number 9 here. Number 9, however, is not a parallelogram. It is what's called a trapezoid. A trapezoid has 2 bases, one on top, one on bottom, right? So this is parallel, just one set of parallel lines right there. That is a trapezoid, right? A trapezoid follows the following formula here. Area is equal to 1/2 parentheses base 1 plus base 2 close parentheses times the height. This is found on your formula chart for a trapezoid. This is a trapezoid once again because, I don't know, it looks like a trapezoid. That's why. All right, so it's a trapezoid. I'm going to write right here 1/2 parentheses base 1 is, it could honestly be either one of these. I'm going to go ahead and pick the top one. Why not? The top one, which is 1.8 plus base 2, which we'll say could be the bottom one here, right? Doesn't matter which one you pick, honestly. I could say 5 plus 1.8 or 1.8 plus 5. Doesn't matter. I'm going to say times it by the height, which is given as 1.6. Yeah, 1.6. That is my area. Don't have to do anything else. If I had a calculator, I simply just type that in and you'll get an answer. Okay. Moving on. Number 11. Way too easy. It's a circle. So on your formula chart, area of a circle, let me write that formula down, is equal to pi r squared, where I'm just going to write pi. My radius currently is 3.2. Don't confuse it with diameter. This is fine. This is a radius, right? A radius starts at the center, goes towards the end. Don't confuse it with anything else. It's simple, just 3.2 squared. All right, if it was diameter, yeah, I'd divide by 2, but it's not. It's radius. It's simple. Just plug it in. All right, and that's my answer right there. So I'm just going to write that, and I am good. Excellent. Okay, moving on. Here it is. Number 12. Number 12 is probably the hardest problem here. This is a, let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A 7-agon, basically, which is called a heptagon, right? A heptagon, because it has 7 sides. So here's the formula for this one. The truth is, all these sides are actually the same. I know I didn't say that, but I'll tell you now. They're the same, right? So I'm going to use this formula, which is used for all regular polygons. The word regular itself, right, means equal sides. When all sides are equal, we could call that regular, right? Regular means equal side. Wow, my handwriting is terrible. Regular means equal sides. So I'm going to put right here 1/2 times the apothem. Oh, my fault. Forgot to tell you. That little a stands for apothem. It's kind of like a radius, but for regular polygons, which happens to be in this case this length right here, which is 10.8. Right? Times the perimeter. The big P stands for perimeter of the shape, which could be found just by using one of these. If this is 10.4, then this is 10.4, and this is 10.4, and so on and so forth. Also, a nice shortcut you could do, if you know better, you could just multiply the 10.4 by the number of sides, which is 7. 10.4 times 7, because there's 7 sides. You could also just add every single one of them, but that takes a long time. If you want the distance around the whole shape, just times it by 7, and I'll get your answer, which happens to be 0, so that's 2. 72.8. So 72.8 is the perimeter, right? So I'm going to put right here 72.8. Yeah, 72.8. And there is your final answer. The work's what I care about, not the answer. You write down the work, you get your credit. All right? Hope this video helped y'all, and I hope y'all get your homework done. Y'all have a very good day. Thanks for doing the homework.